Your heat haunts my sheets in ways that sleep can never mend. The night becomes a gallery of shadows, every crease a memory, every fold a trace of you pressed into the fibers. I stretch beneath the weight of want, my body curling toward echoes of your warmth. The scent of us lingers, caught in threads and time, refusing to fade despite the open windows and the gusts that try to cleanse. You're gone, but the impression you left is louder than presence, heavier than bodies entwined. My skin still rises where yours once roamed, remembering touch like scripture etched in braille. I toss, I reach, I ache. The silence doesn't comfort. It teases with the phantom of your breath. The bed becomes a stage of former sins, performances unraveled in the hush of aftermath. My pillow wears your voice, the sheets, your sighs, and I the ache that doesn't sleep. The heat hasn't left. It burns into cotton and clings to me. It haunts in rhythm, in pulses of longing, in reminders too warm to ignore, too cruel to soothe. You left, but your fire remains. Beneath these sheets, I fight memories that wrap tighter than any embrace. Your heat still curls around my thighs, a whisper of desire draped across skin like a lover too greedy to let go. The room knows what we did. The walls hold their breath when I move. They witnessed everything, our fevered pace, the crash of lips, the muffled gasps, and my name twisted in your mouth like a confession. Now they remain mute, just like me, haunted by the same heat that once made us gods in a temple of sin. The mattress remembers every thrust, every grip, every sacred moment we refuse to let daylight ruin. And even now, alone, I wake soaked in sweat that doesn't belong to me. Your echo is a weight on my chest, a fever I can't break, a thirst I can't quench. Each night is a slow torment, each breath inhaling ghosts, each exhale a silent cry for return. But you don't come, you've vanished, leaving only this heat as your legacy, this unbearable warmth where coldness should be, this haunting wrapped around my soul. I run fingers across the linen, searching for the curve of your hips, the path your spine once traced, the way your hands molded to my form. The cotton gives me nothing but the illusion of your imprint, soft and cruel. I try to sleep, but dreams betray me, offering versions of you more vivid than waking life. In those dreams your heat is flesh again, tongue to throat, teeth to shoulder, hands buried deep in surrender. I wake with fists clenched in sheets, as if I've caught you, as if I've held you again, but I haven't. All that remains is this ache and the heat it breeds. My bed is an altar now, consecrated with sweat, prayers, and the poetry of our bodies. I light no candles, only memories. You burned yourself into me, and no cold shower, no midnight breeze, no new body can unwrite you. This haunting is intimate. It knows me. It knows how to crawl under my skin, how to kiss my loneliness, how to make me shiver from warmth alone. Your heat has become my penance. Every corner of the bed tells a different part of our story, where we first collided, breathless and urgent, where your voice broke into a low command, where I surrendered everything without fear. That story plays nightly, narrated by the warmth that clings to fabric like guilt. The ghosts are not cruel, only persistent, like love that overstayed, like lust that refused to fade. My sheets do not rest. They twist with me, wrap around me, trapping me in loops of what was. Even the stillness is tainted. There's movement in the silence, a phantom shift beside me, a rustle that isn't mine. And I, ever the fool, turn expecting to find your face, your heat, your breath, but only find the imprint of desire, still hot, still fresh. I crave the weight of you, the dominance of presence, the push and pull that left bruises and benedictions on my skin. Now all I have is linen, soaked in memory, and too alive to be forgotten. I try to sleep, but your absence is louder than thunder. Your heat makes everything louder. I wonder if you haunt other sheets too, or if mine were special, worthy of your inferno. Do you scorch other lovers now, or did you leave your last spark here, buried in the hollow where our bodies fit like poetry and punctuation? My jealousy isn't green, it's red hot, molten searing. It rises at midnight, a monster made of sweat and sighs and imagination. I clutch at my sheets like they owe me answers, like they could speak and say where you've gone and why you left your warmth as punishment. It's not fair, this one-sided burning. I didn't expect to miss the way your thigh pressed against mine, the way your breath fogged my collarbone, the way you licked words into my skin like secrets. I didn't think heat could be so loyal when the body that made it has long since fled. But here I am, drenched in your ghost, undone by a temperature that never drops. Even hell would envy this torment. Even fire fears the way you haunt. You are gone, but your inferno remains. I tried changing the sheets once, stripping them bare, trying to cleanse you from cotton and thread. But even the fresh linen turned traitor. It absorbed the scent of you from the air, the memories from my skin. I lay down and felt your warmth again, unwelcome and irresistible. It isn't just the bed, it's me. I'm your vessel still. You burned your name into my nerve endings, and now even solitude feels like a lover's lie. The pillows mold themselves into your shape, the air hums with your voice, and the night curls its fingers around my throat like you once did, soft, possessive, unapologetic. You taught my body what it means to yearn, and then left it to suffer in that education. There is no balm for this kind of ache. No remedy for the absence of hands that once knew how to set me aflame. I lie awake not because I want you back, but because your departure was too complete, too silent. And in that silence, your heat took root, growing louder, growing crueler, with every breath I take. I speak your name into the dark, soft and uncertain, like a spell I'm afraid will work. The sheets stir, or maybe it's just me, trembling at the sound of you on my lips again. I say it once, then again, the syllables a soft heat against my tongue. The bed responds, not with your return, but with the memory of how you used to whisper mine. Your voice was rough silk, dragging over my skin in murmurs that made my blood hum. I still feel it, still hear it, in the rhythm of the fan blades, in the creak of the frame, in the rustle of sheets as I shift. Language became foreplay in our bed, moans our punctuation, gasps our grammar. Now I write sonnets to you in sweat, poems in the hollows of my spine. You are the stanza I can't forget, the rhyme that clings. This isn't longing anymore, it's ritual. Each night I offer myself to the heat you left behind. And though it never holds me like you did, it still owns me. Your fire became my god. I tried inviting others into the bed, into the heat, hoping maybe their bodies could rewrite yours. But their touch was lukewarm, a whisper compared to your roar. They didn't know the script we wrote, didn't understand that moans have syntax and thrusts have rhythm. Their warmth faded too fast, left no trace. You were a wildfire, unapologetic, consuming. They were candles, flickering, unsure, easy to blow out. After them I curled back into the familiar burn, let the sheets remember you as I did. It's sick maybe, this obsession, this craving for a warmth that abandoned me. But your heat doesn't judge, it holds me, even if it scorches. And maybe that's what I wanted all along, not comfort, but the reminder that I once burned too. I count the creases like love letters, fold myself into the corners where your hands once held me still. My heart beats in rhythm with memory, my body reaches for what it cannot have. And every night, I return to this altar of sweat and shadow, worshipping the ghost of your flame. Let morning come, let sunlight spill across the mattress, but it changes nothing. Your heat remains, defying the sun, mocking the light. Daylight tries to bleach you out, but you're stitched into the fabric of my nights. I walk through the day, half dazed, your warmth clinging to my back like a second skin. I smell you in passing strangers, feel you in accidental brushes, hear you in songs that have nothing to do with us. But it's the bed that's your true shrine. No matter where I go, I return to it, to you, or what's left of you. I slide under the sheets and brace myself. because I know the fire will greet me like an old friend, with too much affection and not enough mercy. I don't cry anymore, I burn. I let your memory peel back my layers, strip me bare. There's no shame in this haunting, no regret, only heat, relentless and true. So haunt me, love, haunt me with your warmth, your ghost, your fire. For though you're gone, your heat has made my sheets your home. Long after your body has vanished, your presence remains, soaked into the fabric like a secret spilled in the dark. The scent of your skin clings to the threads, the soft cotton, now a second skin that knows you better than memory does. My fingers trace over impressions left behind, faded but not gone, like constellations, only I can read. The mattress cradles the echo of your hips, and I turn, hoping to meet the warmth, but there's only absence, and the cruel sting of solitude. I press my face into your side of bed, where the pillow still holds the weight of your last sigh. Even silence moans your name. Every creak of the frame, every rustle of fabric carries a memory, charged with breath and want. My body responds instinctively, reaching toward the heat that once mapped my spine with reverent touch. I remember how you whispered sins into the hollow of my throat, and left redemption dripping between my thighs. Now there's only love, trembling with longing. You are gone, but your fire refuses to follow. The bed is no longer mine. It belongs to us, or more precisely, to what we once were when midnight swallowed inhibition, and we created languages out of sight. I lie in it like a prisoner, bound by sheets that breathe your name into my skin. Sleep no longer offers peace. It offers theater, cruel and vivid. My dreams script your return, tongue-tied and aching, always beginning where we I wake dread, not in fear, but in sweat, sweat that feels like feasting of lust, and a love too loud to live. The room hasn't forgotten. The walls pulse with the cadence of our rhythms, echoing the pounding beat of need that turned us into music. I imagine your hand tracing my thigh, soft at first, then firm, claiming space like verses on a page. I ache in places I didn't know could grieve, places you touched like meant only for me. The heat you left isn't warmth, it's possession. It coils around me like an unfinished promise, whispering of everything you were, and everything I still want you to be. I try to wash you away, hot water, cold sheets, fresh cotton, and silence. But you live in the steam rising from my skin. The mirror fogs with the shape of your breath, and even the water begs to remember your touch. I dry off and slide into bed again, foolishly hoping tonight will be different. But your heat cradles beneath the blanket like an invitation. It knows me. It knows our life. I turn on my side and find you in the dent you left behind, as though you just rose to pour another glass. And I foolishly wait for your return. The sheets tangle around my pulsing with me. I remember the way you'd wrap yourself around like punctuation, holding me still while we wrote desire across each other's bodies. You used to say I was poetry, but it was you who turned stanzas into skill, rhythm into muscle, rhyme into heat. That heat hasn't faded. It breathes, it swells, it torments. You left, but the bed still burns with the gospel of your name. Every night, the ritual repeats. I curl into your egg, pray to the fire, and bleed into the darkness that tastes of you. The moonlight pours over the sheets like silver regret, illuminating where your hand once held mine like a vow. I whisper your name, not to conjure you, but to confess that I still love. The shadows don't care, and the night only tightens its grip. I feel you in the curve of my in the way my catches, in the soft moan that escapes when memory replaces reality.